Hi, my name is Rich Evenhouse. I'm the president and a partner here at Next Creative in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Hi, I'm Kevin Dean, Director of Client Engagement, focus on business development and account direction for our team.
I am Erica Long, Operations Manager at Next.
We started Next Creative about close to 8 years ago. My business partner and I worked together in one agency. We had a vision for being able to do it better or differently, have our own vision for how it was going to work. And so we started Next out of that. We had a really crazy idea. We started talking with another business owner, and he had asked us to consider purchasing his company, his agency as well. So that idea was really attractive to us. We decided, hey, let's maybe dive into what it looks like. We'll do diligence on this and then make sure that we're actually making a good decision. We just saw the business case being worth it for us to really try to say, hey, we could save ourselves 10 years of growth here by doing this acquisition. We grew the team, we more than doubled the team. So we went from 7 people to 18 people. As we've been going, we really need to be paying very close attention to how profitable are we? Are we actually maximizing our opportunities? Are clients being treated the way that they need to be? Are we able to actually fulfill our promise that, we're going to do great customer service and provide great creative products that helps grow their companies and grow their brand?
Next is a branding and a creative focused agency. So we help a variety of different clients. We've always had strong tools and clear systems set up, QuickBooks and Harvest from a time tracking standpoint. But I think we lacked the maybe acumen of how to connect that financial data to the operational data.
We had a good handle on what our financial picture was and what our parts and pieces were, but to bring all of that together in a good, solid way is something that we've kind of been lacking really ever since we started.
Constant stream of new clients and new projects, which is wonderful. Grateful for all those relationships, but to try to take on all those projects and serve them all well and bring our best to each of them was becoming challenging, kind of taxing on the team. So I wanted to get some fresh perspective on that. One thing that you said that really resonated with me in some of your content, you mentioned that some agencies think that they have a starvation problem, but really it's an indigestion problem. And that really struck me because I think we find ourselves thinking, what's next? What's the next project? What's the next opportunity? Naturally, that's kind of how we're wired. Certainly Rich and I, but really taking a step back to see how are we performing on these projects and are we setting the team up to do our best work and is it helping our clients and us is something that we were missing.
The amount of work that the team is doing, there's a lot of flying around trying to service this client and this project and what at the end of the day, the dust settles and we're like, how truly profitable was the project and how closely did we actually stick to what we had promised we'd do? And then how do we get a true picture of that? I can look at the P&L, I can see the harvest data, but to take all of that stuff and truly look at it and go, well, I'm hearing this, I'm seeing this, I'm seeing this, I'm seeing this. Your approach felt very holistic, which I thought was great.
I think at one point we downloaded your online toolkit and started clicking through that, which felt helpful, but that we'd quickly be over our skis in that and trying to do it ourselves. Either Marcel, you or Steven called me at 4:00 in the afternoon and we're like, hey, do you want to have a demo call? I heard, saw that you've been watching some of this content, downloaded the toolkit, and we were just at a good time to be receptive to that conversation. We were going into kind of Q3, Q4 of 2024 and knew that we wanted to do some planning for the next year. So I had some of those conversations and ultimately ended up moving forward on the assessment. Having that outside or fresh take, not being within our walls, but also knowing the agency landscape really well, that was huge for us. I don't think we would have ever entertained working with somebody outside of the agency world.
Yeah, I feel like Kevin said, it was a super smooth process. It was easy. It was on time. The Parakeeto team was quick to respond to questions we had or If they had questions for us, everything was like easy to answer, easy to get information over. Even the homework wasn't difficult, wasn't too much. So
I think what stood out about Parakeeto for me was that you had a clear point of view and a framework for how all of this stuff comes together. From a process standpoint, the audit was very smooth, clear steps and kind of phases to it. Everything obviously stayed on time and was super easy. Erica did most of the homework leading up to it, but had really clear steps in terms of what kind of access and data you all needed, kind of weaving the recommendations into kind of the everyday. Some of that's going to take time with new projects and scoping projects and thinking through process and kind of the measurement and feedback loop there. But yeah, we feel like we know what to track, when to track, and how to benchmark against it.
That clarity on like the client mix and how much work we're doing, we're very aware of the team feeling like we are working like crazy and we don't feel like we're making any progress. We can be a little bit more intentional about how we grow and adjust over the years. We literally just presented to the team some of that, and there was a lot of head nodding and a lot of people felt like this is a great direction for us, and it aligns well with what we're trying to do this year. It helped bridge a huge gap, that communicating to the team what it is that we're feeling and where it is that we're going, like how we're going to sort of bring those things together.
I would say give it a go. We have no regrets. We learned a ton. The process was super enjoyable. The assessment phase in totality was 1 to 2 months. It kind of synced perfectly with some of our planning that we were doing. We learned a ton. It was great to have the outside perspective. And now we feel like we have all the things that we need and we know how to talk about it with the team and the next steps to take.
Parakeeto was the right company for us to work with, and I would highly recommend it for any other medium, small agency that's really trying to get a handle on better profitability and get a better understanding of just what do we need to do to grow or to move forward. I hugely appreciated it. Getting to know you, getting to know your team, I think has been a great experience for us. So